Hi there, and welcome back to another installment of World Football News. This time around, we will be discussing an article that appeared in Liverpool.com, which reads Pep Guardiola admits Man City has a major problem that is impossible to solve. Such strong words from the Man City coach, so let's read further. Man City manager Pep Guardiola has admitted that his team has a problem that is impossible to solve. Liverpool legend Jurgen Klopp will be smiling wryly. So this article, as you can see, appeared on the 30th of July in Liverpool FC News. So further, it reads, Pep Guardiola has crunched the numbers and he isn't pleased at all. With Manchester City players having returned to training on July the 15th this year and a potential FIFA Club World Cup final having been slated for July 13th in 2025, he's bracing for a year-long season and is making his concerns public. A proper preparation is impossible. We cannot demand when they're exhausted to train properly. Guardiola emphasized earlier this week via the Manchester City or Manchester Evening News. They have to be fresh in mind. After Manchester City's second summer friendly, Guardiola lamented the absence of key players. I would have preferred to bring on tour Kevin De Bruyne, John Stones, Kyle Walker, all the guys the people are waiting for, but the schedule is the schedule, and it would not be possible for them to come here. Guardiola has frequently voiced his disapproval of the demanding schedule faced by his squad. He appreciates the break he's had this summer to recharge, but feels for his players who've endured nearly year-round football and now face the prospect of a 12-month season. Guardiola insists it's his duty to ensure his players get the rest they need, as he believes no one else will step up to do so. Following a grueling 12-month campaign, Manchester City is expected to kick off its 25-26 season just a month later. This leaves no room for proper pre-season and could see players in action for 23 of the next 24 months. Following a similar intense schedule over the past 2 years, Guardiola has given his star players, those who participated in the Euros, an indefinite holiday. The message is clear: only return when you're ready to play. If you're not, stay away. This approach may be seen as very risky indeed, but Manchester City faces Manchester United in the Community Shield in just 12 days and opens its Premier League campaign with a challenging match against Chelsea a week later. So we will arrive late, Guardiola warned, but not against United, against Chelsea and Ipswich. We will be late. We're just going to try to not drop too many points, try to compete well, but we don't have the players because they have to rest. If the big bosses in all the institutions like FIFA, UEFA and the Premier League don't think about the players, then the managers have to think about them. Otherwise, they will die. Former Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp often banged the same drum and ended up leaving Anfield early because he himself was in need of a break. So far, though, there has been no positive shift in the relentless workload placed on players. Instead, they are only being asked to do more and more. Liverpool.com says, Guardiola is right, of course, but few soccer fans got on board with it when Klopp said the same thing and nothing will change here. We listen to just edge closer and closer to breaking point. The only thing the big clubs can do is to ensure that they have a big enough roster to be able to cope as well as possible. So, after discussing this news, what do you think? What do you make of it? Do you think that the words from Guardiola is going to make a change, seeing that they are the number one team in the Premier League? Or do you think that this will also fall on deaf ears? Well, in the end, football has become a really big business, and UEFA, FIFA, and Premier League, all of these big organizations, they are definitely going to try to get the most out of these players, just to make more money, of course. Well, the players are making a lot of money, so if they want to make a lot of money, then there definitely need to be a lot of games played as well. It is not ideal, but this is what football has become of. So please provide me with your thoughts down below and we will discuss this further. The article reads, Manchester City announced partnership with supergroup owned Betway. Article was written by Mancity editorial. So Manchester City has today announced a new multi-year partnership with leading global online betting and gaming brand Betway. As part of the club's pre-season tour of the United States, and to mark this significant deal, leading figures from Manchester City and Supergroup were on site for the iconic New York Stock Exchange bell-ringing ceremony. Ferran Soriano, CEO of City Football Group, along with Neil Manasseh, Supergroup CEO, rang the opening bell at 9:30 EDT to signal the opening of the day's trading on Friday, 26th of July. The agreement will see Betway become the club's official global betting partner from the start of the 24-25 season, as Manchester City joins the brand's extensive sports sponsorship portfolio, which includes teams from across the Premier League, La Liga, NBA, and more. On the occasion, Soriano said, "We are pleased to announce Betway as our official global betting partner today. As a global recognized brand, Betway has a strong pedigree and history of working with high-profile brands within the sports space, and we're excited to work together throughout the partnership." Manasseh commented, "We're absolutely delighted to become Manchester City's official global betting partner. This agreement cements our place in the top tier of Premier League partners, ensuring that our Betway brand reaches fans in all corners of the globe. Throughout the duration of the partnership, Manchester City and Betway will collaborate on a number of activations and exclusive content opportunities, in addition to the brand featuring across digital and in-stadium assets. Manchester City and Betway will also work together to provide all players, coaches, management and staff with in-depth industry-leading training on all relevant codes of conduct relating to betting integrity and responsible gambling. This is in addition to the work Manchester City already does to support players and staff within this area." So, you can give us your thoughts on this particular piece down below, and we will discuss it further in the comment section. Today we're going to read an article that appeared in Football 365, which reads, "Manchester City FFP, easy target. City will win the Premier League case as relegation claims are utter nonsense." Peterborough United chairman Dara McAnthony insists Man City will win their Premier League financial fair play case. The citizens lifted their fourth consecutive Premier League title last season, with Pep Guardiola's side deserving of another title after a relentless finish to the season. Man City were charged in February 2023 with more than 100 breaches of the competition's financial fair play regulations, dating back all the way to 2009. The club could face a points deduction or even expulsion from the competition if found guilty, but Man City have vociferously denied any wrongdoing and vowed to fight their case. To many critics of the club, which is supported by the vast wealth of owner Sheikh Mansour, the Premier League charges cast a shadow over their success. But Peterborough chairman McAnthony insists he doesn't think that Man City will have as big a problem as everyone thinks, and will prove that they are innocent of all allegations. When asked if he has a hunch on what the outcome will be, McAnthony said on TalkSport, "I think Man City will win." Pushed on why he thinks that, he added, "Because I think they'll have the best in business. I think they are probably very confident about what they are doing. They've won previously when they've had issues and bans and stuff. They've had them overturned. We see all the stuff written about them. We see the accusations. It's great newspaper fodder. They make great headlines, and I just say, let it play out legally. Let's see what the decision is in the end, and I don't think Man City will have as big a problem as everyone thinks, because they see 115 charges." When asked what should happen to them if Man City are found guilty, McAnthony replied, "I don't know what the rule is and how it will apply to those charges. I don't know how the punishment will be. I don't know what the precedent is in the past, and is it 2 points per charge, or how does it exactly work? I'm sure the media will have headlines like relegation, banned, league titles from the past given back. It's all nonsense though, in my opinion. I don't think you can change the past. I know in Italy that happened, but I'm not a fan of that. Everyone in football tries to manipulate. I'm not saying Man City have done this. Let me speak for the EFL. Everyone with all the wage caps, with all the rules and everything else, try to work around the system to sign players and make them as strong as possible. I'm not saying anyone is breaking the law or breaking any rules, but there is definitely rule bending going on. It's no different in the Premier League. And I just think Man City, who they are and what they've done over the last decade, are an easy target. Great media talk, and I just say, let it play out. Let's see what happens at the very end. When asked whether the outcome of the FFP case will have an impact on Guardiola's future at the Etihad Stadium, McAnthony continued, I can't speak for Pep, but I think he's done 6 years, maybe more. 8 years, in fact, which is probably a long old period for him. He might be like Jurgen Klopp, and he might after another year in winning X amount in a row go, you know what, I need a year off. This game is relentless, and I can understand what Jurgen Klopp did. It's hard enough being an owner, being a manager, being in that rat race for the last 4 years since COVID. It is totally relentless. You talk about mental health, you talk about health physically, mentally. These people get run through the mill. So I can only imagine what Pep's body and mind is feeling right now, and maybe it does need some time off. If I was Man City though, I would be like, Pep, take a year off. We'll seek your number 2 in charge for a year and you can come back after a nice breather. I would have done that with Jurgen. So that's then the end of this article. Please provide me with your thoughts down below. What do you make of this news? Do you think that these charges will cause Man City to be relegated to the Championship? Do you even think it's possible for them to be relegated after what they have achieved in the Premier League? What do you think is going to happen if they should be relegated to the Championship? Do you think it's fair? Do you think that the Premier League has a point in charging them with all of these alleged charges? Or what do you think will happen? Will it have an impact on the gameplay? The title race will definitely be different. How do you think will something like that turn out? Will it be as exciting as what it has been the last couple of years with Liverpool, Man City, and even Arsenal making a run for the title? So if you have any thoughts on this, please leave them down below and we can discuss it afterwards. But until next time though, this is World Football News.